Hello, welcome to my channel. This platform is a one-stop platform for everything academics, finances, and motivation. So I welcome you to my channel. If this is the first time you have found me, hello, you're welcome. If you have already seen me before, thank you for coming back again. But I'll ask for a favor from you. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you can get notified once I have a new video. Today we are going to talk about the process or the steps you need to take from the moment you conceived the idea that you want to go to school to landing on campus for your education. If you are excited as I am, join me and let's start. The first thing is to get the dream, the idea, the thought about going to school. If you don't have any desire to go to school, there's definitely no way you're going to look for information about it. So the very first thing to do is to get the thought, the idea, the dream, the aspiration to go to school. Once you have this, what I'll ask you to do is to gather the document you need. So the documents you have already, if you are a high school student who want to go to college, then you need to get your transcript and your diploma. If you are done with your undergrad degree and you want to go to grad school, you need your college degree, you need your certificate, and you also need your passport if you want to travel outside the country. So start with that process once you get the idea. 2, determine the program you want to study. One good way to determine this is to know your aspirations, know your dreams. What do you want to do? Do you want to go to school because there is a particular profession you want to follow, or you want to go to school because you want an upgrade in your skills, or anything you might have in mind? Make sure you know the aspiration. That can help you determine the program to pursue, because it's the program that also kind of inform the school you have to go, because some schools are good in certain programs, others are not. And another thing I would say is that if you do not have any idea about it, because some of us do not want to pursue what we did in undergrad, just look for skills or programs that are marketable in the future. So the program you want to study should be something that once you are done, you can easily get a job, or even if you want to start your own business in that area, you can easily get customers, or people will purchase or buy into your business. 3, know your financial situation. You might be asking why I didn't say that go ahead and start looking for school. Knowing your financial situation is very important, because applying for school costs money, costs cash, l'argent, kudi. You need resources to be able to do that. You have to assess yourself to know whether you can pay your school fees yourself or whether you will need scholarship. Even applying for the school itself, there is an application fee you have to pay. So if you do not know the amount of resources you have before you start the journey, you will make a mistake and throw yourself into a situation that you might become bankrupt. So know your financial situation before you even start looking for schools. 4, use your financial situation to search for schools. What I mean by this is that if you know you do not have enough money to apply to all the schools, you look for schools that offer application fee waiver. So in searching for those schools online, you make sure that the schools that you will apply to, you will get a waiver for application fee. If you know you do not have funds to support yourself, you look for schools that can give you scholarship. If the school does not have scholarship, you have to find a way to get scholarship externally. So it could be from your home country, it could be from NGOs, or it could be from your company, or where you find funding for your school. That's why it's important to know this, and based on that, you can use that and your idea about the program you want to study to look for a school. I've already done a video about how to choose a good graduate school. I'll put the link in the description box for you. And all these steps that I'm mentioning, I'm going to do video. I've already done videos about them, and they'll all be in the description box where I go into details about each of these steps. And also, your financial situation will even determine the number of schools you can apply. So applying to schools is not cheap. Even if you are applying in your home country, it is not cheap. The thing is that if you want to go outside, abroad to school, to US, to Australia, Canada, UK, or China, most of the time their currency has higher value than your local currency, especially if you are coming from a developing country. That's why you have to understand your financial situation to determine how you go about in looking for schools. 5. Determine the application requirement. So now that you know the schools you want to go or the number of schools you want to apply to, go to each of them, their website, and determine the requirement. One thing I know for most schools is that they are going to require, for a statement of purpose, they require you to submit your certificate of your degree, your transcript, and also letters of recommendation. I have done a video about how you can ask your professor or your supervisor for letters of recommendation, and all these things we put below for you. So make sure that you check them out. So determine the requirements the school wants and prepare towards that. So if they need letters of recommendation, you definitely need to reach out to the people that can help you do that. If you have to write an essay, start early. Start writing your essay early. I've also done a video about how to go about a statement of purpose. So everything is in the description box and you will find those information there. Another thing that might be required from some schools is test scores. You either have to take GMAT or GRE or LSAT or any exams that you require, TOEFL and the others. So get the requirement and prepare for any test. Start now. This is the best time for you to start the process. Once you have done this, it is time for you to apply for the school. So go ahead and fill the application forms and put in your application. Make sure you beat the deadline. You submit your application before the deadline. If you have any questions through the process, reach out to the administrators, the advisors, and they will be able to help you through the process. Once you are done, it is time for you to pray and ask for favor for you to get accepted into the school. The next one is, after your application, you have some time, you'll be waiting to hear a response from them. During that time, I want you to learn skills that can help you to thrive academically, economically, financially, and emotionally in wherever you want to pursue your education. So if you are staying with your parents, once you leave for another country or another town, you would have to stay alone. Do you know how to manage your money? If you do not know how to do that, this is the time to learn how to do that. Do you know how to relate to people? Because the people you are going to meet will not be people from your tribe or people from your clan or people from your country. So you have to learn how to relate to people. The chance of you being very lonely is very high. So you have to prepare yourself for these things. And also academically, you have to reach out to professors during the period. You can reach out to them, or once you get accepted, you can reach out to professors, and if you want to work with them. Another thing I'll encourage you to do during this wait period is also look for scholarship, external scholarship. Even though the school might have its own scholarship, it gives you more comfort if you can get other money to also support you. So you can look in your home country if there are scholarships there, apply for those scholarships, external scholarship, prepare your documents and everything so that once you're accepted, you can submit your document for these kinds of scholarships. So the next thing is that if you are accepted, hooray! Congratulations! If you are accepted, the school will send you documents you will need to attend the school or to apply for a visa if you are going outside. So I know in the United States, the school will send you I-20. If you are a J1 student, they are going to send you D-2019, and you have to pay for service fee and others before you apply for your visa. So if you want more information about how to pay, you can reach out to me and I'll be able to help you out, or reach out to anybody you know in the States and they can help you pay for your service fee. If you are a family man or a family woman, you can also tell the school about this and they will prepare the documentation you need for your wife, your husband, or your children to go along with you. So this is the period once you are accepted to talk to the international office of your school to get the documents for them so that they can also go with you if you plan on doing that. The next thing is to apply for the visa. Once you have all the documents you need, it is time for you to apply for the visa. You don't need anybody to help you get a visa. Everything is on the embassy's website. Head over to the embassy's website and get the information you need and provide all the documents. Make sure that the information you give on the application are correct. If not that, you go for the interview, they ask you questions about it and you are not able to answer, they will deny you your visa. So everything, you don't need anybody's help to help you do that. You can do this on your own without anybody's help. So head over to the embassy's website, get the information you need, all the documents, and apply for the visa. The next thing is to buy your flight ticket. Once you have your visa, you have to buy your ticket. The reason why I don't want you to buy your ticket before your visa is that sometimes you might be denied a visa and you have to apply again. So you don't want to buy beforehand, and in case you are denied a visa, you will lose money because most of the time the airline will not refund you everything. And the reason why I want you to purchase your tickets right after you get your visa is that the prices of ticket is dependent on the date of your ticket, right? If you buy it so close to the date, the ticket will be very expensive. So as soon as you get your visa, make sure that you buy your flight if you are traveling outside the country. The next thing is to look for accommodation. You can sit behind your computer and get accommodation anywhere in the state or in any country. So make sure that you look for accommodation. In order for you to do that, you can reach out to people you know in the school or in the town you will attend your university. Sometimes too, the school itself has facilities or accommodation facilities for students. So you can reach out to the school about it and they'll give you details about this information. Or look for accommodation around the school. So I'd advise that you start looking for accommodation 6 to 4 weeks before your arrival. If you start so early, the likelihood that you will not find houses that are available the time you come is very high, because most of the time people who have apartments or houses put up these facilities within 8 to 4 months of the date the room will be available. If you are going to live on school facilities or you'll be housed in an apartment that is solely for students, you can apply way early. Because they are solely for students, anytime you apply, they will have a room for you. And in those situations, the earlier you apply, the better your chance of getting into that facility. if that is not the case, ask your friends that are already there, and also use online to help you find accommodation. And I have a video about how you can get accommodation in the comfort of your room. You don't need to get to the country before you look for accommodation. You can always do that in the comfort of your room before you get to the country of your destination. The next thing is to prepare for your travel. So you are definitely going to travel to a different place. You are going to stay there for a long time. Probably you have traveled before to other countries for vacation or anything like that. And usually these are short-term stay. This will be a long-term stay. So even the things you would put in your luggage will be very different from when you are going for vacation or a short-term stay. So I have a video about the detailed package list or packing list you will need for your travel, which I will upload. So watch out for that video. If you watch this video later on, you will find everything in the description box. So it is important that you prepare for your travel, because you'd have to know the food you bring, the electronics, the personal hygiene stuff, and everything that you bring, and gather all of them together. And you have to be mindful of the spices and the food you are bringing to the country. Some countries are very particular about the things that people bring into the country. So watch out for my video so that you learn and know which kinds of food you can bring to the US or the country you are traveling to, so that customs will not take your food, and throw it away. Definitely, you are going to need some home food, because you might not know how to eat the food, or it will take time for you to eat the food in the country you would go. And the very last one is boarding your flight and arriving at your destination. You have come far along the process. So in boarding your flight, definitely you need your ticket, you need your passport. With the visa, you have to make sure that you meet the baggage requirements of the flight. If not, that they would ask you to remove some of the things from your bag, and you'll be very, very hot. So you have to go to the airport on time so that you do not miss your flight. And communicate with people over here. Sometimes the Office of International Education kind of arrange for people to pick new students up to campus. So make sure that you reach out to people reach out to the international office, and probably they can give you a ride to your school and start your academic journey. So these are the 13 steps I would say you need to follow if you want to go to school, either in your country or abroad. I hope you liked it and you follow. As I've mentioned earlier on, I am going to talk about each of these steps in details. So watch out in the description box for the details of these steps. Like my channel, and if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel so that you get notified once I upload new video. I'm going to talk about the visa process, the F1, J1 interview process, and everything that it entails. So watch out for that in the coming weeks. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you again. Bye bye.